I think the pro-life position is a very strong position for everyone in Southwest Louisiana, and I'm very strongly pro-life. That I am on the board of directors of our local crisis pregnancy center in Lake Charles, where we offer counseling to young women who might find themselves in a difficult position, and we try to help them find better solutions to the circumstances that they're in. We offer them counseling, and we offer them resources. And I'm devoted to that, and I think that our current Congress and previous Congresses have promised us defunding of Planned Parenthood, but it never seems to get accomplished. That there are meaningless resolutions that occasionally occur, but there's never actually defunding. Another important issue...
Planned Parenthood, though, isn't the only organization that does abortions, and obviously it's pretty well documented Planned Parenthood does a lot more than perform abortions. They suggest that's maybe 3% of their work.
Yeah, I disagree with that figure. I think it's a much larger part of their work, and I think that they are able to report their statistics in ways that perhaps make it look that way, but I don't believe that. And I believe that anybody, whether it's 3%, 1%, or 1/2 of 1%, if they're doing abortions with taxpayer money, that should not be allowed. Now, the Hyde Amendment is supposed to protect us from that, but I don't think it is thorough enough in its protections because Planned Parenthood continues to get federal money. Now, the whole abortion issue, I think, also can be addressed in a far more comprehensive way that would affect all of the people who are performing abortions, not just Planned Parenthood. I think there are constitutional ways that can be addressed that does not rely on the Supreme Court. Although the Supreme Court is very important, and the Supreme Court would see clearly to reverse Roe versus Wade, I think that would be very wise of them, and that Mr. Trump is going to be in a position to appoint justices that may do that. But the Congress also has an opportunity and an obligation to look at opportunities like the 14th Amendment, paragraph 5, where it gives opportunity for Congress to define the terms of the 14th Amendment, and in that can define personhood for purposes of the Constitution. And if Congress just defined person, and that is a person who can't be deprived of life or property without due process of law, if that was defined as at the moment of conception, that would answer that question, and that would satisfy the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I'm no fan of abortion by any means, but science suggests there's no viability until a certain point. You think it would be that easy for Congress just to say 1-week-old fetus is a person?
Yes, I think it would. I think that
why hasn't it been done in 40 years?
I don't know. I think it's been a mistake, and I think perhaps a mistake that there has not been the scientific recognition of the quality of and the uniqueness of DNA joining and forming a unique individual and forming a unique human. And perhaps that there has been a growing recognition. At one time we thought that viability meant much later times in the pregnancy, and we've seen with advances in healthcare, with neonatal healthcare practices, that time has been lowered, that you can have fetuses surviving outside of the womb at younger and younger ages. And then also I think there is a growing recognition that it's not something for us to determine. That if we try to define when in the development that it qualifies as a person, that we are using judgments that we're not qualified to make, that we can't qualify whether or not that person has worth as a person based on how long the gestation is.
Gotcha.